Hello everyone, welcome back at my next video. This time again phrasal verbs, because I started this series of phrasal verbs and I would like to actually conclude them and finish them in some way. And as you could actually have noticed, it's rather complicated and challenging to actually manage them all and handle them. So this time I prepared for you bring, which is, by my opinion, rather challenging and demanding, because all the phrasal verbs with bring, the base verb bring, are rather complicated, are rather, I would say, more figurative meaning than literal and physical one. So, and I prepared also some sentences which I'm going to actually take it out of my screen, because I think it's much better sometimes that I don't actually just think it over right in that moment, because it's really impossible to think over all the sentences for all the possible meanings of the phrasal verbs. But I would like to be as brief as possible and as short as possible, but I just warn you that bring has a lot of meanings, and it has minimum 16 to 20 phrasal verbs basically. The first one is bring about. Bring about means cause something to happen, or the reason why it's happening, to actually reach something with this. So government investment in infrastructure brought about huge changes in society. The next one is bring along. Bring along means take somebody with you, for instance, to the party, or bring somebody with me to party, or bring something with you. For instance, I brought along my camera to the museum in case I wanted to take some photos. But we know that in many museums around the world, actually taking photos is prohibited. Or is it okay if I bring along a friend to the party? So bring along somebody or something. Bring and buy sale is a very spoken style of the language, and it is used primarily for charity auctions. Bring something and sell it, or bring something and you can buy there something, so auction style. Bring back. Bring back means actually literal meaning. When you are in the forest with your dog and you actually order it or him, basically, well, bring it back because you threw out the stick into the forest. So that's bring back. But bring back means to return something, think about memories and feelings, reintroduce something from the past. So about memories, recalling, reminiscing, to call for the memory, for something, or re-employ, or save someone's life when they almost died. So you bring somebody back because of some action or some process, or talk about something you've already spoken about. So it has a lot of meanings. So for instance, my clock stopped working, so I brought it back to the shop. Or it would be a very bad idea to bring back slavery. Or that brings us back to our original point, we need to regulate guns. So lot of meanings in different contexts, yeah? Or for instance, those photos bring back memories of our holidays in Spain. So about reminiscing and memories. Bring down. Bring down means to demolish, to cause a fall, to shoot down, or to actually overthrow or overturn. So again, a lot of different meanings. And also make someone feel very badly and very negative because of emotions. So for instance, David is so negative, so he always brings me down with his mood. Or no one knows what brought down the Malaysian airplane in 2014. We still don't know, it's a mystery. Or David is so negative, and because the government was brought down by the corruption scandal. Many meanings. Bring forward. Bring forward means actually to change the date or the time to an earlier time, to earlier place, actually, a sooner place, but also announce a plan or proposal, especially by the official government or official institutions, like the Ministry of Defense will bring forward their budget next week. Or they brought forward the meeting to 11 a.m. as they had another appointment in the afternoon. So bring forward. Bring in also a lot of strange meanings, like use skills of a particular group or a person for something, to make or earn money, or also proclaim a resolution, make a resolution, call for something, to introduce a new system or law or process, or to involve someone in a discussion because you want him, you bring him into discussion. For instance, in 2015, the new tax law was brought in throughout the country. With my main job and my freelance work, I bring in around £40,000 a year. Or we brought in a marketing expert for the campaign launch. So a lot of meanings, like bringing into discussion, introduce, earn money, bring in somebody like expert into the business. Bring off. Bring off is succeed. Succeed at something very difficult, some process which is very difficult. For instance, if he can bring off this deal, he will be a very rich man. Bring off is many times very similar and synonymical to pull off. It was very difficult presentation, but she brought it off, or she pulled it off. So it depends. Bring on. Bring on means to cause, evoke, break out, but also a confidence in meeting a challenge, in doing it. Bring it on. It's very popular in a lot of contests and in series or documentaries, or when you are watching some actually show on American or British TV. Check it out. A lot of times presenters say, then bring it on. When, for instance, they challenge them, the celebrities or somebody in the show, when they challenge them of the confidence. For instance, I bet you can't run up that hill faster than me. And then he says that, I definitely can run up that hill much faster than you, and the presenter says, bring it on. So it has this kind of very, I would say, conversational, colloquial style, or like they use it a lot in this way. Bring out means to introduce, come with something, introduce with, publish a book, reveal, evoke. Bring out is to produce a new product, to stress or highlight, publish something, so books or whatever. For instance, Toyota brought out a new environmentally friendly car this year. Bring round or bring around means basically, this is strange because I think it's a very figurative meaning, because it is actually about regaining consciousness. So you bring about somebody, bring around, very similar, or convince or change somebody's opinion. Persuade somebody, or to come to someone's home with something. For instance, could you bring around some wine when you come for dinner tonight? A very spoken level. Could you bring around? Or convince or change somebody's opinion. He didn't believe in gun control, but we discussed it and managed to bring him round. So convince him, persuade him. Bring round means also something like bring to. This is very similar because bring to means also get somebody from unconsciousness to being consciousness. Educate somebody, persuade, get him round, get him to, bring it round, bring it to. A lot of meanings in very different contexts. It's be careful how and who is using it in what situation. Then bring up, and bring up, I think everybody knows already. Bring up means actually to mention a topic in a conversation, to bring up some topic, or erase children or animals, so raising, educate them, or to vomit, also to puke, vomit, or to open a program or a website to view on a computer screen. So also a lot of different meanings. Don't bring up the topic with Sarah, or she will get annoyed. She brought up 3 children all on her own. I was brought up in London. Or my Google search brought up some very interesting facts. Or could you bring up that email so I can take another look? So a lot of different contexts. Bring forth is quite old and formal, quite archaic, but you can meet with that. Bring forth. Bring forth means cause something to happen, produce something, or to give birth, but it's very old-fashioned. It's very old-fashioned. She brought forth 4 sons and 3 daughters, for instance. You can meet with that and encounter that in archaic literature, or to produce something, or her complaint brought forth changes to the company's policies. Quite archaic. Then there are other ones which are actually quite, maybe you don't actually get around with them quite often, but bring away, for instance. So bring away, and bring away is like learn or gain somebody valuable, physical, bring away. It has a lot of like strange meanings as well. So bring away, you can actually meet with that. And I try to actually find out that when you use it, bring away. well, I don't even, no, I don't have it here. Yeah, I brought away a lot from my cooking classes. So it means brought away, like bring it from the cooking class, learn, gain something. Then bring over, and bring over is also specific because it's not used very often, I would say, because there are many other actually phrasal verbs we can actually replace it with. But it is physically take someone or something from one place to another. Bring over, especially someone's home. For instance, she's going to bring over a film on DVD this evening. So bring it over, so bring it from somewhere. Or David is bringing over his new girlfriend this afternoon. So it has also meanings which are not really so, I would say that you don't need that to use because you can use the other terms, the other phrasal verbs. And then basically, then I would actually say also like bring ashore, bring home, and bring close together. So these three are bring ashore means land. Land actually on the shore, and unship or disembark the boat. That's basically bring ashore, yeah? I brought ashore a lot of basically goods with this ship. And bring home, literal meaning bring home, bring it home, bring it home. The wife can say to husband, bring it home when you have it already. Or bring close together, it means put together, put people together. Bring close together means specifically for human beings or people or maybe animals. So it has a lot of meanings which are actually, as I said and as I mentioned, it's quite complicated. You have to go through maybe this video or actually check it out also in other videos or in other materials, and then you can get it more in your mind. Bring is rather complicated, but basically we went through all of these 16 or 20 of them, and you should be fine with these ones which we actually made. I think we mentioned all, so just go through the video and watch as many times as you really need, and then you can actually get it into your mind. Thank you very much. See you next time.